Tonight on NewsCenter, the coronavirus causes the campus to switch to online instruction. Delta Tau Delta held a chili cook-off. Morehead's Got Talent took place once again. NewsCenter captured the MSU Artist Series put on by students and faculty. And L. Howard gives us an Eagle Eye update. All of this and more tonight on NewsCenter.
Good evening and welcome to NewsCenter. I'm Abby Stitt.
And I'm Clay Wallace.
Here's what's making headlines for March 12th, 2020.
As of 10 o'clock this morning, President Jay Morgan sent an email to all students, faculty, and staff concerning COVID-19, also known as the coronavirus. The university will transition to all online instruction after spring break. As of right now, this will last from March 23rd to April 3rd. The campus and residential halls will remain open during this time for students who need a place to stay. The non-essential out-of-state travel will also be suspended. There are no known cases of the coronavirus on campus at this time. We would like to address the growing concern on campus of the coronavirus, especially now that classes are online for a little while. How can you stay healthy?
As of yesterday, there have been 8 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Kentucky. 5 cases are reported in Harrison County, 1 in Jefferson County, and 2 in Fayette County. Here in Morehead, St. Clair, healthcare has had 1 patient displaying symptoms consistent with COVID-19, but this case hasn't been confirmed, and the individual has since been transferred to another hospital.
With this now potentially in our area, certain precautions must be taken, which is what we want to talk about today. So in front of me, I have a list of recommended precautions concerning transmission of COVID-19. Luckily, most of the stuff on this list is stuff that you've probably learned since you were a kid. This is all common sense measures, but it's useful to go over them. Number 1, avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. That's the T-zone where your mucous membranes are. So if you've got germs on your hands, which you do, you touch your face, they go straight in. Stay home if you are sick. You don't want to pass that around to people who are interacting with you at a distance and do not know that you are sick. If you sneeze or you cough, cover your sneeze with a tissue and then throw the tissue in the trash. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects and surfaces using a regular household cleaner or wipe. Wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, especially after going to the bathroom, before eating, and after blowing your nose, coughing, or sneezing. If soap and water are not readily available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol content. Always wash hands with soap and water if your hands are visibly dirty. Also, get a flu shot or see your health provider for consultation.
If you or someone you know has symptoms of the coronavirus, please contact Counseling and Health Services at 606-783-2055 or call your primary care provider. Effective Friday, March 13th, the Administrative Committee at Berea College has decided to cease instructional activity in response to the coronavirus. The decision was made with the safety of students and faculty in mind. A move-out date is set for March 14th, and instructions have been told to bring classes to a close. Commencement ceremonies are being changed to a later date, and according to college officials, seniors will be receiving their diplomas.
We're here with Alyssa Williams. Alyssa, can you tell us what the weather's going to be like this week?
Yes, so we've actually had a little sweet taste of summer this week with the warm temperatures, barely any rain. So of course it's going to rain tonight. Possibly some harsh thunderstorms coming our way.
Okay.
And then later in the week it's going to rain and rain and rain and be cloudy and dreary, but next Wednesday the sun's going to come out. So.
All right, so about mid-spring break is when it's going to start feeling like spring break.
Exactly right. So sorry for whoever is staying here for spring break, which will probably be a lot of people given the the circumstances right now, but yeah, it's going to be rainy and dreary.
All right, and if you are driving home over spring break tonight or tomorrow, be wary of that, of the storm threat. Thanks, Alyssa. We'll have more news when we come back.
Oh, are we doing the promo now?
Eagle Man, Morehead State University's first superhero premieres next semester, only on MSU TV.
A concert took place at Baird Music Hall Tuesday night. Stephen Banks got a chance to watch the remarkable performance.
The Morehead State University Artist Series, composed of students, staff, and professional musicians, performed The Soldier's Tale at Duncan Hall in Baird. It's a landmark piece, The Soldier's Tale. It's one of the most famous and prominently performed chamber works. It's very revered in the musical canon. It's the first time that multi-percussion is utilized. The MSU Artist Series is a series of concerts that the faculty and students have every year. They pick themes and different subject matters for the concerts depending on what type of music is selected. Dr. Lori Baruth, she puts together our artist series. She works with the faculty to determine the best dates that are available in our schedule. She coordinates with the office to make sure that we have availability of the hall, and then starts putting the music together. She collaborates with some of the colleagues in the department, and it's always a really engaging concert, lots of different styles of music. We like to make sure that our faculty's talents are visible, especially, to give opportunities for our students to come and hear us perform. That's a big deal. We're working with them in the studio on techniques and tone and character and style and all of those different musical qualities, and so they can come and see us put it to the test. I think it's a very important thing that our students see us perform, as well as our friends and family and colleagues across campus. It's nice to have opportunities to share our talents and gifts with them. This is Stephen Banks reporting for NewsCenter.
Everybody loves Chick-fil-A, and even more, everyone loves their sauces. Well, good news. Chick-fil-A is now set to sell bottles of some of their sauces at certain grocery stores. The kickoff to this sale will start out in stores in Florida, including Publix, Target, Walmart, and Winn-Dixie, selling 16-ounce bottles of Chick-fil-A sauce and Polynesian sauce. All proceeds go towards Chick-fil-A's scholarship fund for employees.
Last week, MSU hosted the annual Morehead's Got Talent.
Got Talent is a chance for talented students to show off some of their skills. Students send in audition tapes in hopes of being picked to perform in front of their peers. The show is held in Aduc in the pub. Judges attend along with a supportive audience. Events like Morehead's Got Talent are put on by MSU CAB. They put out free events for all students throughout the year.
We go to church, we fake the perfect life.
Morehead State's Delta Tau Delta had their annual cook-off this past Wednesday.
Delta Tau Delta hosted their 5th annual chili cook-off hosted at the BCM this past Wednesday. I spoke to President Tanner Fishner and Vice President of External Affairs Connor Tilford about the event.
Every year we do this annual chili cook-off, and every year we have a lot of entries for chili, and they all compete in a cook-off, and it usually goes to a good cause that's local. In the past 2 years it's gone to Eagle Essentials, and in previous years before the last 2 years we've done locals that have been in need as well.
And this year we had 19 different pots of chili entered, which is great. We raised $1,500, all going to Eagle Essentials to help students on campus and helping students in need. For those of you who don't know, Eagle Essentials is a food pantry on campus located in Ada. It's for anyone who needs any food or toiletries or things like that. It's an easy access throughout Ada for any MSU student. And so we're really proud of this. This is our 5th annual event.
Thanks for the BCM for having us.
Yes.
They have us every year, and they have a great venue here to have events like this at. So thank you.
This is Richard Burton for NewsCenter.
We'll be right back with more news.
Saving money can be hard to do, but it can be done. Tip number 1, use a spreadsheet to track how much you're spending and see where you can cut corners. Tip number 2, find a free browser extension that allows you to use coupons online such as Honey and Wikibuy. Tip number 3, use your meal plan. Being a college student is no time to be a picky eater. Now jump out there and spend wisely, MSU.
You're just gonna throw everything away?
We both know this isn't working out. We shouldn't have to keep trying to make it work. It should just work.
What happened to forever? What happened to everything you ever promised me?
I meant it. In the moment.
No, you can't do that. You can't make promises and then decide to take them back.
Things are different now. You're just not willing to admit it. That was a good take.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Hello Morehead, I'm Alyssa Williams and here's your weather update for March 12th, 2020. Currently in Morehead it is 70 degrees outside, cloudy. The humidity is 54% today, so kind of on the higher end, and then winds are 7 miles per hour. The temperature map in Kentucky shows that in the southern part of the state, in Paducah, it's 64 degrees. Moving over to Bowling Green, a little temperature jump to 68. In Louisville, it is 64. Moving on up to Frankfort, a little warmer with 67. Below that, Lexington is 68. Even further down than that is London at 67. Here in Morehead, it's the warmest out of all of the different regions in Kentucky with 70 degrees. And then Ashland is 67 degrees. Tonight's forecast shows that it's going to be a rainy night tonight. Some thunderstorms are heading our way, so make sure to prepare for that. The low temperature is 54 degrees outside, so a little bit warmer than we've had this week. And then a 70% chance of precipitation, of course, as I mentioned earlier. The sunset will take place tonight at 7:38 p.m. Tomorrow's forecast shows that it's going to rain all day. The high will be 58 degrees outside, and then the sunrise will take place at 7:47 a.m. Moorhead's 7-day forecast shows that today, of course, it is 70 degrees outside, expected to rain later tonight, a low of 54 degrees. Tomorrow, it will be 58 degrees outside. A rainy Friday it will be with a low of 29 degrees. Heading into this weekend, Saturday, it's going to drop in temperature to 42 degrees outside. Yet another rainy day with a low of 36 degrees outside. Moving into Sunday, it's going to be 50 degrees. The rain has gone for a little bit, but it will come back, as I'll talk about in a second. It will be cloudy on Sunday with a low of 39. Monday, it's going to be a little warmer with 57 degrees, cloudy yet again with a low of 47 degrees. Tuesday, the rain has returned. It will be 58 degrees outside with a low of 44. Then Wednesday, the sun will return. It'll be partly cloudy, though, with a temperature of 66 degrees. That's all I have for weather, and then we're going to kick it over to Clay for sports.
Welcome to NewsCenter Sports. I'm Clay Wallace. Moorhead State's men's golf concluded play Tuesday at the Tiger Invitational presented by Jason Duffner, facing the toughest competition of the season. They were led by the play of senior Cooper Collins, parring 39 of 54 holes to finish with the third most of the 102-player field, and pacing the Eagles with a 75.3 stroke average. As a team, Moorhead State ended the event placed 20th, with each member posting their best scores of the competition Tuesday. They returned to the golf course Sunday afternoon to compete in the Bobby Nichols Intercollegiate, hosted by Tennessee Tech. The Moorhead State baseball team faced off against and won against Dayton this past Monday, led on the mound by a great pitching performance by junior Will Lozenak, who stuck out 8 batters while going 7 innings to get his first win. At the plate, they were led by freshman Bryce Ray, who hit 2 home runs and knocked in 3, making his first career multi-hit, multi-home run, and multi-RBI game. The Eagles improved to 5-10 and will look to continue their role against OVC rival Eastern Kentucky on Friday at 4 p.m. The Moorhead State women's track and field finished indoor competition February 27th at the OVC Championship. In the 1-mile run, Olivia Chapman and Maggie Kuiper finished 17th and 20th. Mary Alice Thornburg won her heat and finished 21st, and Madison Pelfrey finished 24th. While in the 3,000-meter event, Moorhead State's Olivia Cahill placed with a time of 11 minutes and 26 seconds. The final event ran was a 4x400, with Maya Andrews, Abby Mohan, Emma Gundler, and Abigail Dorn placing 10th, with a time of 4 minutes and 6 seconds. The Eagles start their outdoor season on March 19th through 21st. The NCAA tournament will be held in arenas without fans. The organization released an official statement saying the NCAA COVID-19 Advisory Panel recognizes the fluidity of COVID-19 and its impact on hosting events in a public space. COVID-19 is spreading rapidly in the United States, and behavioral risk mitigation strategies are the best option for slowing the spread of disease. Since Tuesday afternoon, there have been at least 116,000 coronavirus cases worldwide. The U.S. has confirmed over 1,000 cases thus far. Politicians and public health officials encourage sporting events to be canceled or closed to prevent being exposed to the virus. Now let's take a look at this week's Eagle Eye Update.
What's up, Eagle Empire? I'm Elle Howard, and this is your Eagle Eye Athletic Update. Men's basketball traveled to Evansville, Indiana to play in the Ohio Valley Conference Tournament on Wednesday. They played Tennessee State in the first round of the tournament.
This game concluded the men's season after a valiant comeback to take the game to overtime fell short, 74-67.
Baseball traveled to Louisville, where they fell short against the Cardinals. Also, they stayed at home to play a series of games against Belmont, where they lost all 3 games. Softball traveled to Ohio Chillicothe on Wednesday, where they won both games 14-0 and 13-0. Freshman pitcher Carolyn Alinsick was the highlight of the day, throwing a no-hitter. Women's soccer opened its spring exhibition season, where they played Marshall at home and they tied 2-2. Coming up this week, men's golf travels to Alabama to play in the Tiger Invitational presented by Jason Duffner. The tournament started on Sunday and concludes Tuesday. Beach volleyball opens its home schedule right here to play North Alabama on Wednesday at 1:30 and 3:30 p.m. This week, softball opens its home schedule playing Dayton on Wednesday at 1 p.m. and then again at 3 p.m. Weather may alter the softball schedule, so check MSUEagles.com for updates. Also coming up this week, baseball plays Dayton at home Monday at 4 p.m. They also play EKU Friday at 4, Saturday at 2, and Sunday at 1 for an OVC series. To keep up with all Morehead State athletics, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at MSU Eagles. I'm Elle Howard, and we're off for spring break next week, but I'll see you real soon.
Stay tuned for more news after the break.
Come on down to your one-stop place for anything you need on campus. The bookstore is your place to get any school supplies or art supplies that you might need. After that, you can head upstairs to grab a bite to eat. If you need to study or hold a meeting, go to the third floor for a quiet place to sit. So head on down to ADUC. We'll see you soon.
Welcome to Addicts Anonymous. Please state your name and why you're here today.
I'm Mitchell O'Neill, and I'm addicted to toys.
My name is Mindy Brooke. I'm 19 years old, and I'm addicted to pencils.
My name is John Talon, and I'm addicted to Chick-fil-A chicken sandwiches.
Introducing the Chick-fil-A Chicken Sandwich, located on the second floor of ADUC at Morehead State University. A sandwich made with tasty hand-breaded chicken seasoned to perfection. Only at Chick-fil-A. Feed your addiction.
St. Clair Healthcare and UK Healthcare have made the decision with great caution to postpone the 19th annual community baby shower. Will Milan, MD, says protecting the health of our community is our top priority as we evaluate the evolving coronavirus situation. St. Clair Healthcare encourages everyone to continue taking steps to protect themselves from all illnesses, such as the coronavirus and flu. Wash your hands and avoid people who have been sick or are sick.
Last week marked the beginning of Disability Awareness Month. This month is dedicated to the advocacy of those with intellectual and physical disabilities. For more information on how you can get involved in promoting this awareness, please contact Colby Thatcher at cthatcher@discommunity.com.
For the season finale of The Bachelor, the Campus Activities Board hosted a Bachelor watch party in the Prefontaine pub. There were roses, chocolate fountains, and a big screen to watch the story unfold.
This past Monday, the Campus Activities Board hosted a Bachelor watch party at the pub in ADUC.
So Bachelor Watch Party has been like all across other campuses and at homes and stuff, so we thought it would just be really cool to all get together and have one here and give out roses and have the chocolate fountain and stuff, and it would just be really fun.
For the Bachelor finale, the first 50 students received a fresh rose, and the students of CAB had their own rose ceremony.
So I've been watching The Bachelor since like my freshman year of high school, like forever. I think this is like my 7th season or something, so forever.
Michaela lets us know about her feelings on Peter this season.
I don't like Peter. I liked Peter before the season, but this season he has made awful decisions.
She also tells us who she hopes will receive Peter's final rose.
Maddie. I love Maddie.
For more information on how to get involved with events like the Bachelor Watch Party, you can follow the Campus Activities Board Instagram and Twitter pages at cab_MSU. For NewsCenter, I'm Jacelyn Hall.
Stay tuned for more news.
Hi, I'm Megan Boone. I'm the director of the Career Services Center, and we're an office that helps students choose a major, figure out what they might want to do with the major, as well as polish up any materials they'd be using to market themselves, from resumes to cover letters to preparing for interviews. We also help with grad school applications, so we hope you take advantage of some of our services.
Film producer Harvey Weinstein was sentenced Wednesday in a New York courtroom to 23 years in prison. Judge James Burke sentenced him to 20 years in prison for criminal sexual acts and 3 years in prison for rape. The sentences will run consecutively and both come with 5 years of supervision after release. Weinstein must register as a sex offender.
MSU's Black Student Union held an event this past Monday called Self-Care, Affirmations for Me. NewsCenter was there.
Today we will be focused on just basically making affirmations for ourselves, definitely being aware that we matter and we should come number one on our to-do list. We, as in students, faculty, and staff, this event is open to everyone. We want everyone to be a part of this. It's very important to be aware of self-care and to take the necessary steps to be, taking care of yourself. A lot of times, we go through the daily tasks, school, work, and extracurricular activities, and we just forget that, hey, we need to take care of ourselves. Whether that's just saying affirmations, which we'll be creating tonight, or just taking a few minutes, like a break, whether that's sleeping. A lot of times people don't sleep, and that's a form of self-care. Just being aware of that, hey, this is what I need to do, these are the steps I need to take care of, just to take care of myself, because I do matter, and if I don't put myself first, then that just brings more stress and more anxiety, and that's not fun. It's okay not to be okay. I'm excited that we're having this event. First off, I definitely think more groups, more fraternities and sororities should have events catered towards this issue. Not an issue, but the topic itself. Self-care is very important. However that looks for someone, it's different for everybody, but it's just important that we do address this topic and that we take the steps that we need to, have that full self-care. So I think it's very important.
Morehead State Professor of Music, Dr. Curtis Hammond, passed away on Thursday, February 27th. Hammond taught theater, dance, and music at MSU since 1993. He constructed the horn ensemble and was a member of the MSU faculty brass quintet, the Baird Winds, and the Horizon Brass Quintet. Over the years, Hammond's was performed with many orchestras like the Cave Run Symphony and musicians like Barry Tuckwell and George Shearing. He will be remembered by all faculty, staff, and students at Morehead State.
The World Health Organization yesterday declared COVID-19 to be a pandemic, pushing the threat beyond the global health emergency it had announced in January. In the WHO's daily briefing, Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said that the label should encourage the world to fight. He states that describing the situation as a pandemic does not change WHO's assessment of the threat posed by the virus. It doesn't change what WHO is doing, and it doesn't change what countries should do. The novel coronavirus has infected more than 118,000 people and killed more than 4,000 in 114 countries, with numbers only expected to rise. The WHO is deeply concerned both by the alarming levels of spread and severity and the alarming levels of inactivity. In the past 2 weeks, the number of cases of COVID-19 outside China has increased 13-fold, and the number of countries had tripled.
That's all the news we have for you this week.
Stay tuned for when we come back to our regularly planned broadcasts on April 16th. Thanks for watching and have a good spring break.